working 3 flights today. Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julia and I am a Dallas-based flight attendant. There are a lot of new subscribers here, which is awesome. I am super excited to see my channel growing, so thank you everyone so much from the bottom of my heart for all of the support. With that said, I thought that it would be a really fun video to film to do a day in the life of a flight attendant. It's currently 7:30 a.m. so I have 1 hour before I need to leave for the airport. So right now I'm going to eat breakfast and then take my dog out and finish getting ready for work. One of my favorite things about being a flight attendant is collecting magnets from all of the places that I've been to. So these are all of the magnets on my fridge from just some of my layovers from the past 2 years. This is Luna. She's mine and my boyfriend's 2-year-old golden retriever, and she likes to hang out with me in the mornings while I get ready for work. I am finishing packing up my stuff right now. Some things I always bring with me on every trip are tennis shoes, my toiletry bag, this is my toothbrush, and I have my hair straightener down here. I also always bring a pair of sandals with me on every trip. And then some other things I will throw into my suitcase are my makeup bag right here, as well as these packing cubes that have clothing in them, followed by a purse. And then this is an electronics organizer that I have. This way everything in my suitcase has its place and it's nice and organized. All right, so I have my uniform on now and I'm going to get all of my food ready for this trip. Just gonna grab some of my food. I try really hard to meal prep for all of my trips, especially if they're domestic, because then I really don't have to worry about bringing food in or out of the country, which is really nice. And this is a 3-day domestic trip, so I was definitely able to meal prep for this specific trip. How I organize my lunchbox is I always have some snacks in here. So right now I have protein cookies and beef jerky. I always bring some peanut butter with me along with some bagels. This is perfect for like breakfast or lunch. And then I also love to bring these oatmeal packets with me as well. And then I usually always bring like a bag of Cheerios or something. And then for dinner each night, I have packed chicken with mashed potatoes and spinach, along with butternut squash risotto. So I really do try to eat as healthy as I can on the road, especially since I am gone so much. And then to keep everything cold, I usually just put an ice block on top of my meals. So those will be my dinners over the next few days. And then in here, I've also just packed some strawberries and blueberries to snack on. It is now 8:30 a.m. so I need to head to the airport. My sign-in is at 9:35 a.m. for a 10:35 a.m. departure. I always like to leave my house an hour before sign-in just in case there's traffic, and I really do not like running late. So I need to get going. I just got in my car and I'm about to head off to the airport. Like I said earlier, my sign-in time is 9:35 a.m., which is pretty nice because I do not typically like the super early sign-ins, like when you have to be to the airport by 4 or 5 in the morning. However, there are many days where that is typical for me, where I am at the airport very, very early. I am on call this month, which means I wait for my company to call me and schedule me for a trip. And we have a 2-hour call out minimum. So what that means is scheduling can call me, and then within 2 hours I am required to be at the airport ready to sign in for a trip. However, I was assigned this trip yesterday, so I knew well ahead of time where I was going and what I was doing. So it was great because I love when I have enough time to plan and prepare and get ready for my trips. This trip is what we call a 3-2-3, and what that means is that today I am working 3 flights, tomorrow I am working 2 flights, and then the day after I am working 3 flights. So all in all, it is 8 flights over a span of 3 days. So I just got to the employee parking lot here at the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. It is a windy day out here today, so now I am at the employee parking lot at the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. I need to get on the employee bus and then head into the airport and head to my departure gate for my flight. Hi, good morning. Thank you for stopping. No problem. I just made it through security and I am by gate C22 and my departure gate is C7, so I'm going to head over that way. As I mentioned earlier, I am working 3 flights today. I am flying from Dallas to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then from Albuquerque, New Mexico back to Dallas. And then my 3rd and last flight of the day today will be from Dallas to Houston, Texas, where I will lay over. Walked on the plane, and the first thing that we always do as crew members is check our emergency equipment. We have certain pre-flight checks that we are required to complete just to make sure that all the equipment is here and operating properly in the event of some sort of like medical emergency or an emergency in the air. I met my crew, everyone seems really nice, so I am really excited for this trip. One thing I love about being a flight attendant is that oftentimes we don't work with the same crew members, so it's really a fun job because you get to meet so many different people in this line of work. And everything looks great, so we are going to start setting up our galleys and get everything ready for the passengers to board. So I will talk to you guys when I get to Albuquerque. Just landed from my first flight in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It was really smooth. It was 1 hour and 26 minutes. So we have about 20 minutes until we start boarding again for our next flight, which heads right back to Dallas. One of my favorite things to do in between flights is to read, and I picked up a new book. It is called An Absolutely Remarkable Thing. Just landed back in Dallas, so we've done 2 flights and have 1 more to go. We came into the B terminal and our next flight is going out of the D terminal, so we have to take the Skylink and head over to a different part of the airport for our final flight of the day. This is what our galley looks like in the back of the aircraft. So we have different things in the different drawers. We have like juice, there's different soda products, and this is also where we have like our coffee and all the creamers, napkins, and everything else that we set up to go on top of the beverage carts. I just walked on our new aircraft here in Dallas for our flight to Houston, and this flight is usually only 30 to 35 minutes, so this should go by pretty quickly. And then once we get to Houston, we will head to our layover hotel. 3 flights is pretty normal. It's kind of a long day, but usually as flight attendants, we work anywhere from 1 to 4 flights in a single day. We have about 25 minutes until we start boarding for our next flight, so in the meantime, I think I will eat some of my berries and read my book. Just landed in Houston, so now we are walking as a crew through the airport to get to baggage claim, and we're gonna get picked up by a shuttle and head to our hotel for the night. So I was mistaken. I thought we were taking a shuttle to get to the hotel, but according to my crew members, we actually take a light rail from the airport directly to the hotel. Oh, this is interesting. It is like a little train. You guys think normal people pack a lot? Look at how much crew members pack for 3-day trips. We bring so much stuff with us. Let's check out this hotel room. We have a very nice bathroom through here. Hi, everybody. Really nice shower as well. There's a big closet. Of course, every hotel always has a big mirror. And there's a large bed with a couch. And let's check out the view. Can't really see much, but it looks like it is just a view of the airport. It is now 6:15 p.m. and I just got to my hotel here in Houston. As flight attendants, we do not pay for our hotel rooms on our layovers so long as it is a work trip. Obviously, if you are traveling on your own time, then you would have to pay for your hotel rooms. The airline sets everything up for us before all of our trips so that we always have a place to stay. This is quite a short layover. We are only here for 11 and a half hours. We are meeting downstairs as a crew at 5:20 a.m. to head to the airport for tomorrow's flights. One of the legalities that we have as flight attendants is we have to have what we call 8 hours behind the door, and that means 8 hours of rest at your hotel after flying. Those 8 hours are the bare minimum. I've had layovers that have been 8 hours long, and then I've also had layovers that have been 40 hours long. So it's really a mixed bag of what you're going to get. Sometimes you have really short layovers like tonight, and then sometimes you have really long layovers. I have my uniform hung up and ready to go, and I have everything set up in the bathroom for tomorrow morning. So I have my makeup right here, makeup remover wipes, my toothbrush and toothpaste, all my lotion, the rest of my toiletries right here. So I have everything all set up for tonight and tomorrow morning. So it is actually only 7:30 p.m. but I am getting up really early tomorrow morning. I'm getting up at 4 a.m. so I'm going to shower and wind down and start to call it a night. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really hoped that you enjoyed this day in the life of a flight attendant. I will see you guys next time. Bye.